If Monday of Holy Week is about a blocked door, Tuesday is about something even more unsettling. It's about a door that's wide open and someone who just won't walk through it. Tuesday is the most packed teaching day in the Gospels. Jesus is back in the temple and it's relentless. The Pharisees come with a political trap. The Sadducees come with a theological puzzle. The scribes are watching, waiting, probing. It's one challenge after another. But buried in the middle of all that controversy is one of the quietest, most haunting exchanges in the whole of Holy Week. A scribe steps forward, and unlike most of the others, he isn't trying to trap Jesus. He asks a genuine question. Which commandment is the most important of all? Jesus answers him beautifully. Love God with everything you have. Love your neighbor as yourself. And the scribe responds with something remarkable. He says loving God and neighbor is worth more than all the burnt offerings and sacrifices. That's a stunning thing to say. He's cut right through the noise of temple religion and landed on the heart of it. He gets it. He really gets it. And Jesus looks at him and says, "You are not far from the kingdom of God." Not far. Not far, but not in. That phrase, "not far from the kingdom of God," is one of the most quietly devastating things that Jesus ever says. Because it sounds like a compliment, doesn't it? And in one sense it is. But Jesus leaves it hanging there like an open question. The door is right in front of this man. He can see it. He understands the theology. He's standing on the threshold. And the conversation ends. We never hear from him again. Here's what strikes me. In Deuteronomy chapter 30, Moses tells the people, "This word is not too difficult for you. It is very near you. It is in your mouth and in your heart." Near, right there, within reach. But nearness still requires a choice. The word being close doesn't mean that it's being received. The scribe knows the word. He can articulate it better than most. But knowing the door is there isn't the same as walking through it. And then, same day, same temple, watch what happens next. Jesus sits down opposite the offering box and watches people give. Rich people drop in large amounts, and then a widow comes and puts in 2 tiny coins worth next to nothing. Jesus says she has given more than all of them. The Greek word for her livelihood here is bios. It means her whole life, not just her money, her life. Here's the contrast that stops me in my tracks. The scribe is intellectually as close to the door as you can get without going through it. The widow has already walked through. She isn't standing at the threshold weighing it up. She's given everything. 2 completely different postures at exactly the same door. Is there something God has been calling you into? And you're close, you understand it, you might even agree with it, but you haven't fully stepped through yet. It might be a commitment you keep putting off, a surrender you keep nearly making, a step of faith that you've been standing just outside of for a long time. The door isn't locked. You can see it, but almost isn't enough. And Jesus gently leaves the question open. Not far is not inside, but inside is still available. That's the hope in this passage. The door is still open. Tomorrow, we reach the forgotten day of Holy Week. Most people don't even know it exists. It's Wednesday, sometimes called Spy Wednesday, and while Jesus rests quietly in Bethany, Judas is in the city making a deal. It's the story of someone who had walked through the door and then chose to close it. And there's a prophecy behind it that's almost uncomfortably precise. I'll see you tomorrow.